Welcome to episode 2 of the Off Season, presented by Cardinal Studios. The Off Season is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. On this episode, we are going to cover. We're going to begin to cover our evaluations of the future draft prospects in the NFL. This week, we're going to cover quarterbacks, specifically Mel Kiper's top 5, and we're going to go ahead and kick it off with DJ, who's taking off number 1.
Fernando Mendoza, national championship winner. First off, congratulations to him winning the Heisman and the Natty. All respect to him because he was a 2-star coming out of high school. Like you come out as a 2-star out of high school. I think he was 130 plus quarterback ranked in that class coming out, and I believe Arch Manning was in that class.
Okay.
I believe so. So for him to do what he did at Indiana is great. Going into the draft, I don't know personally if he can save a franchise. I think we can always make a safe assumption when talking about rookie quarterbacks. You can always claim that they're going to be a bust, or you can always have the claim of "I told you so." But going into this last season, I mean, he beat number 9 ranked Illinois 63-10. That's a
Did you
big
watch
one
him
right
at Cal?
here. What?
Did you watch him at Cal at all?
Yes, I was gonna get to that.
Okay.
He beat number 3 Oregon. He did have a Penn State scare when Penn State was on a down year. I know that we're gonna get into Drew Aller, so that's gonna be fun. But like he dethroned the other national champions. So like watching him make certain throws and watching him run with grit.
I don't know, that nigga struggled
don't-
against ODU, bro. I don't know. He ain't have nothing for them, bro.
Hey,
Nigga struggled.
ODU, hey, that's the first game of the season. You know, first game jitters. You got to get it off. Not everybody can start 16-0. You know.
Yeah.
They got to get there. Obviously, number 1 ranked quarterback in the draft. I think that he has the tangibles. If you even just hear him talk in interviews, like he understands the game in a way that you would want a franchise quarterback to do. Like he's one of the top 10 quarterbacks that started using virtual reality to help him with his game. And
Wow.
I mean, he won a natty, so he's obviously doing something right.
Was he using like the headsets?
Yeah, he's using like the headset, the Oculus, whole virtual reality, and obviously it's working, right?
Wow.
One thing that I did want to say is his freshman year, going into Cal, I think he only played a handful of games, but what I'm looking at is that he had 1,700 yards, 14 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's good for starting as a freshman with a couple yards. He then went to the next season and dropped 3,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. And then his final season with Indiana in a strong Big Ten conference, he dropped 3,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Yeah, those are crazy stats. I'm not gonna lie. 41 touchdowns.
I don't know if he has what it takes to take the Raiders from where they're at right now to playoff 7-win team, 9-win team, because it is the Raiders. But I think at the end of the day, you either look at the free agents that you can try to trade out of the number 1 pick, or you just got to go with your guy with Fernando. So The only thing that I think Fernando lacks is grit.
Yeah,
I think that like if they build their O line, that he'll be able to really shine. Because I think that's gonna be the number one problem. I mean, we talked about it in the last episode where Geno Smith didn't really get a chance to do anything because he was just under pressure the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, not that Geno Smith is necessarily an elite quarterback or anything like that, but like he didn't get a chance.
He's been
to really
around
do
though.
anything.
He's a
Yeah, he's been
professional. I
around,
bet.
and I
That's
mean,
one way to put it. Yeah.
he just yeah,
I
but he
mean,
just he
like
didn't get a chance to even do anything. That's my point. So like,
like you said before last year, Geno Smith went to the playoffs with the Seahawks. Obviously, I know that there was a down year last year. Geno Smith was running for his life, and honestly, that's kind of one of my fears with Fernando going to the Raiders. Obviously, I think he should be the number one pick, but when you have that bad of a Raiders O line, Fernando doesn't do that great running, throwing on the run, but he has the grit enough to like take it himself like Jackson Dart does. And we see what
yeah,
happens with that with people that don't know how to take hits. So and then they get concussed. So it's just I think it's a banger of a pick at number one. I just
Fernando
would
Mendoza
like to
already
see how
asked
the
if he has a
Raiders
concussion, bro. Imagine if he actually got one.
my favorite thing, I even wrote it down. My favorite thing that I wanted to talk to him about
Knows.
is that he's always so personable when he's talking to the media or the camera. He always is like the reporter like is holding the microphone, and instead of looking at her, he's like, I want to thank all of America and God.
No, for real. He had like a big ass innocent as like green wet behind the ears ass kid, bro. But
I got the producer in my ear saying we got to move on.
That's
We
crazy.
got what? Ties up
Ty Simpson,
number 2?
Yeah, that's
We
my
got Ty
guy.
Simpson up.
All right,
The good old
so
Bama quarterback.
the good
Good
old
old
Bama
Bama.
quarterback. Crimson
Bama.
Tide, baby. All right.
Roll Tide! All right, anyway.
Roll
I
Tide.
don't care about nothing but
I don't
the
give a piss
tide.
about the
Okay,
nothing but
nothing about
the
Yo, shout out Drewski. Because apparently DJ be saying I look like the white
Hey,
Drewski.
hey,
Hey, Drewsy
the
in
white
this call right
Drewski is
now.
what?
Yo,
Hey,
chill.
Drewski.
We
that's,
got a special guest coming at us. Yeah, let me change his
That-
name. Hold on.
I don't
Everybody
know.
relax. You're all beautiful. Let's go.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's Michael or Drewski over there.
All right.
There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Right.
Drewski in the chat.
So from Ty Simpson, we got 473 attempts, 305 completions. That's 64.5 percentage completions. Got 3,500 yards and 28 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I mean, his stats are good. And he's like a top 10 quarterback. None of his stats are in like the actual top 10. Like he doesn't really like excel too crazy at anything, but he's really good in a good system. I think that he's a winner, and he's very like he just has like a high football IQ. Um like there was one game this season where I think in the second half, if I'm not mistaken, he went 17 for 17 on 4 touchdowns and won the game. So
Damn.
like he's just
Who
a
was that
winner,
against, like
bro.
Sam Houston State or something?
I think it was Louisiana. I think so.
Like Louisiana Tech
I
or the
think
Raging
so.
Cajuns?
I believe so.
All right, bro.
The Raging Cajuns is crazy.
That's their name. That's their name.
That's what I'm saying,
Bro,
like-
that's
Louisiana
the
Monroe.
op talking right there, bro.
It was Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
UL
Like
Monroe.
that's like the
Monroe.
worst team. So pretty much like Sam Houston State, like I said, you know what they're ranked in NCAA? They're like a rank 67 or some shit.
But still, I mean, like, I also like was gonna say though, he okay, like he is a system quarterback. Like I don't think there's anything crazy impressive for him. Like he's a very he makes quick decisions and they're usually really good. So I'll give him that. Like he's like that's a part of the IQ part that I was saying. Like he'll just read the defense pre-snap and just be like, "All right, cool, I know what I'm doing. All right, like let's take this snap, let's get it done." You feel me? And he goes out there and does it. So like, I mean, that's the most I've seen from him. I really didn't see nothing too like, you know what I'm saying, Mahomey or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson like nothing
Oh
like
my gosh.
crazy like superstar like you know what I'm saying? Like it's I just didn't see it from him. And I did watch some tape on him, and it was just like, like I said, it was just a good system that he was in. Like, he was
He's
just a really,
looking kind of Mahomes. No,
yeah, like I mean, it just wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
no.
Wasn't nothing too crazy, but he's definitely. I mean, he can develop into something for sure if he's put in a good system.
Okay.
I think.
What's
Where do you?
what's your pro comp for him, and what round do you think he's gonna get drafted in?
I said Sam Darnold. Um,
Oh,
I'm still gonna like stand on that. I think that Sam Darnold also like even this past season we've seen it where he was just like reading the defenses and he was just like, all right, cool. My man Jason's gonna be open in this, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna run this route and we're just gonna let this play develop and just throw it downfield. Obviously it's a little easy when you got Jason, but like, still like
He
it's
stopped seeing
Play
ghosts
call and
finally,
play
bro.
hey,
design.
yeah,
don't
yeah.
forget, Ty Simpson does have Ryan Williams, a top in the Heisman.
And
There you go.
Ryan Williams was nowhere to be found last year, but
That is also true.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
So
know Q saying that his parlays got cooked.
no, I knew he was nice, and then I didn't hear his name. Like,
That's
um
funny.
I will to close my part of it. I think I want to personally see him with the Steelers. Mel Kiper also was like saying that would be a good spot for him. I think that if the Steelers sign A Rod again for another 1 year, that he can learn a lot from him. And I mean, whatever the Steelers do in the future season, I don't know if they will build around him. Hopefully they do, but yeah, I think that'd be a great place for growth for him for sure.
I'm glad you brought that up about him going to the Steelers, just so that I can ask just one quick question. If they do bring back Aaron Rodgers, they still have Will Howard from that Ohio State National Championship team, so they could also get another Ty Simpson, and they could have two young quarterbacks learn off of Aaron Rodgers for that year, and then they can make
Yeah,
their decision.
exactly for sure.
It's a good
Well,
point.
yeah, that's all for Ty Simpson.
Ty Simpson, hey, roll tide, baby, roll tide,
Roll
roll
Tide.
tide.
All right, Garrett up next. I think something like that.
yeah.
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 Ooh,
All right.
the nuts bust.
Okay. Anyway, so
Hey,
from
you
from
gotta get up.
LSU, he didn't really play too much up until 2024. He started in 21, so he went from 21 to 25. Just comparing him just alone in 23, he had 78 attempts, 48 of them were complete for a 61.5 completion percentage. But in 24 was when his breakout season was, when he actually played a full on season. 525 attempts, completion 337 for a 64.2. He had 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions that season. And in 25, he only played 9 games before he got injured for 288 completion or attempts, 194 completions for 67.4, 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions for just under 2,000 yards. However, the way that he plays, it's more of you don't really want to trust him more like long yardage. You don't really want to have him throw a shot. His arm isn't really. It's not. I don't want to say he doesn't have a cannon. He doesn't have a cannon. But
There's that word.
he's really good at ball placement, which is really, I mean, it's important at least for like slants, slots, other things as such, which is what he excels in, which is great. Um, but I mean, he likes to throw into tighter winders. Yeah.
Winders. Winders.
Winders.
from,
Winders.
from a film
shit.
that I've watched.
Win- Winders. Tenders. Gingers. Lakers in 5. No.
All right.
All right.
All right. Anyway, so he likes to throw into tighter winders. Which is good for him. But I'm not sure. I mean, he's probably going to have that in the NFL too if he goes. But in general, he kind of needs to have a little more like protection. Like he's fine with being in the pocket. He's fine at escaping most of the time. And when he doesn't, you know he doesn't. He literally just caves and just takes the sack like nothing else. But
Like
in a
Tom
way,
Brady's, it just kind of goes down.
yeah.
He
But if
takes
like if
that
I had to
Peyton
compare
Manning old
him,
sack.
if I had to compare him to somebody who's currently in the NFL right now, I would kind of say like Josh Allen. Just because shut up, Q. I already know you're smiling at me because of that. But with the way that he can just kind of move and escape, if the O-line's kind of crashing in, I mean, that's something not a lot of quarterbacks. I'll compare him to Jared Goff really quick. He's faster than Jared Goff. And I'm not saying that Jared Goff is like the worst of the worst, but he is someone who was able to do that and now is no longer able to. So he's kind of, having his fall off. But honestly, he's not bad. But where he's projected right now is anywhere in the late second round, all the way up until early fourth round. So anywhere from pick 65 to 105. And where he could most logically fit would be for the Rams, the Vikings, or the Saints. So those would be kind of some good placements for him. For the Rams, just to kind of follow in, like kind of what Khaled was saying with following like Aaron Rodgers. I would say Matthew Stafford's got like up there too. I mean, we literally saw what happened with the Stafford and Goff trade, and now look where Stafford is, and look what he's done. So people can learn a lot off of him. I mean, with the Vikings, they need more of a longer term QB. I know JJ McCarthy's there, but with the injuries and then with 9 being there,
whoa.
we don't really know like how much we can really trust him on that team with injuries and other things like that. But then also with the Saints, I feel like
that's what I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I think the Saints would kind of be
with
like,
Kellen Moore.
Yeah,
like I like him under Kellen Moore.
Yeah, for sure.
But sleeping on that man, Tyler Shook.
Yeah, Tyler the Snake Stuck, guys. Come on.
Stuck.
I mean, to be honest though, he's not bad. I think he looks good for the draft. I don't think he's gonna be a full-on starter if he's drafted, but I want to say he's gonna be a strong quarterback too, just to fill in for somebody who needs that.
For sure.
I like that. I like the Vikings take because, like you said, he doesn't have a cannon of an arm, even though you compared him to Josh Allen. I saw that.
I see what you mean by movement.
I mean, in terms of movement, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, in terms of movement. Okay,
yes.
yeah. I get that with that.
If you will.
Yeah, escapability with Josh Allen's capability. It would be nice for Darren Nussmeier to have a Justin Jefferson to tell him to like calm down. Like, hey, like let's get it.
Right.
And they went to the same school, so
they did LSU alumni.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you say your comp for him?
What do you mean?
Your pro comp? Or do you have a pro comparison?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say Josh Allen, and then if I had to say something a little bit worse, I'd say Jared Goff. But that's just like if I had to say in the middle, I think he goes right there.
Okay.
For sure.
But yeah, that's
my
I
like that comp. I really like that comp because he LSU just had a down year, but when he looked good and like you said, he did great. So
yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
Who was
is it Q? Is it Q next?
Yeah, so the fourth quarterback on his list was Drew Aller. So Drew Aller he's 6'5", 235. So initially from watching him, I immediately drew the pro comparison to Carson Wentz. was pretty apparent to me. They're both like the similar size. He moves very similar to how he does. Moving in the pocket, throwing while he's running, tries to like bomb the ball down the field. Um, Carson Wentz was listed at 6'5", 237, so they're literally like the same size. I think his build is he's mobile enough. Again, like a Carson Wentz, maybe like a Trevor Lawrence,
Ooh, T-Law.
Mac Jones, Justin Herbert kind of mobile, where they're not like Lamar Jackson or like Josh Allen, where they're like a running back, but they can scramble, they scramble enough like a Dak or like a Jalen Hurts even.
Yeah.
It'll get you some
I
extra
like his
yards when you need it.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's not a statue back there, but he can run.
Yeah.
I like his throwing motion, real smooth, solid throwing motion. Um, Again, I had perfect size written down, pause, no homo on that. But again, if I was building a quarterback, like they would be his height, his weight, you know what I'm saying? They'd be tall as shit. They wouldn't be built like, you know, like Russell Wilson or some shit, right? They'd be built like I used to say that about Carson Wentz or Trevor Lawrence. I'd be like, bro, if I'm building a quarterback, like they looking like him. So yeah, and his like, statistics wise, a season that stood out would be his sophomore year: 25 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2,600 yards. Junior season was 24 touchdowns, 8 picks, 3,300 yards, another solid year. And then the senior year, he had 8 touchdowns, 3 picks, 1,100 yards, but that was only in 5 games. The whole team underperformed. He underperformed. They were projected to, I think they were ranked, I think, like in the top 5 to end of the season, Penn State, and they were ranked number 1.
They were
Yes,
ranked in Brent Ciencia's rank book, and he's a quote unquote the most accurate. He had Penn State #1. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember them being hyped up, and then like I said earlier, by like the time September was over, it's like, bro, nobody's talking about Penn State unless it's because they're like losing games they shouldn't be losing. I don't think that's his fault. That happened with him. That happened with Cade Klubnik. I think of Clemson. I think that happened with Nussmeier from LSU. I don't think that was all the quarterback's fault. They tend to get a lot of the uh, credit when things go well, and then they get all the blame when things don't go well. How things
Yeah.
go in life. So, um, I don't really honestly like grading quarterbacks in college because they all play in different systems, but certain positions just translate. Like if you're a defensive tackle, my nigga, like I don't care if you play at Air Force or you play at like Georgia, like my nigga, you're a defensive tackle. Like you just rush the passer, right? But if you're a
Yeah.
quarterback or like even running backs,
a skill position.
yeah, like certain skill positions, like they're asked to do certain things to where like you take somebody again on like you put a nigga on Air Force. What are they gonna do? And then you put them on another team you put them on like Oklahoma or it's another team with a good offense like Miami. It's like what are they gonna do? You put fucking Malachi Tony, you take that fast ass and you put him on Northwestern. Like what's he about to do? So again,
Yeah.
I don't really like grading the quarterbacks like that. It'll be I think get a better feel with other positions like corners, again, like edge rushers, running backs that'll transition a little bit better. But yeah, they got Drew Aller projected to go in the second or the third round. Where he goes is gonna really affect how he plays, like any other quarterback or player in the league. Because if he goes to like the Jets, like he's cooked. I'm not gonna lie, he's cooked. But if he goes to a team like I don't know off the top of my head, like the Rams. I think Say already said something about the Rams, but say he goes to the Rams, he sits for a year or two. He's probably solid. Imagine that nigga goes to like the Cowboys or something. He gets to sit behind Dak or again, it's just another team where he can sit and chill for 2 years. Like I think he'd be decent. I'm not saying he's gonna be nice, but I think it could
Yeah,
be
for sure.
yeah.
Palatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Moldable. I think that's a
Yeah.
good word.
That's a good descriptor right there. Multiple. Yeah.
multiple into a good quarterback. I wrote something down when you were speaking just so that I could remember. When you were doing comps during the season while watching the college football season, I comped Drew Aller to Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like this. He's like the mobile enough quarterback who can make, decent enough. He look like he got a decent arm on him too.
Yeah. He has a decent arm on him. He can escape the pocket, like you said. Like like when you were going through all the lists, I was like, oh, I need to write down that it was Daniel Jones too, because
Yeah, same play
he's
style. I
gonna.
think he looks kind of solid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like in love with him, but when I was watching his videos, he's the type of quarterback that like the NFL is going away from like if you can, all you can do is sit in the pocket. Like you are not getting drafted, bro. Like you have to be able to at least run a little bit. Even somebody like Joe Burrow, when that pocket collapses, like that nigga can run, right? That's why he gets injured so
Yeah.
much because that nigga's always running. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you
Yeah.
can't at least run a little bit, like they don't want you, bruh.
Yeah.
Them edge rushers are fast as hell, bruh.
Yeah.
They chase down running
No
backs,
joke.
bruh. They don't give a fuck about a quarterback, bruh. Like, they gonna hurt you, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a certain team that you think that picks them up other than the Rams? Like, and other than
Honestly, I didn't write one down. No, I didn't. That
you
was just
didn't write
something off
one
the
down.
top of my head. Just, I mean, could you name a quarterback that doesn't fit on the Rams? That's a safe pick, honestly.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that's fair.
Do
That's fair.
you do
Right.
you guys do you any of you guys think that his season-ending ACL injury makes him fall farther?
Mm, no,
Well, okay.
I don't think so. Just because of the timing of it, I would say maybe if it happened like later in the season and he's not fully recovered, kind of thing. But again, I think he put up decent enough numbers. He has a larger body of work than Ty Simpson does. Ty Simpson has like 15 starts, right?
Yeah.
He has 29 starts over, 4 seasons. That's not 4 full seasons, but it's 29 starts compared to 15.
Yeah.
That's one of the craziest things to think about with college athletes. It's like we see we see the quarterbacks that come in to play now, but we don't see them really until they actually get that full start, because Ty Simpson didn't really get that much work until Jalen Milroe left, and then Drew
Mhm.
Aller didn't really get the start until
So
gosh,
hold up to,
I
to
forget
that
his
point,
name.
bro. To that point, that's what's crazy. So Ty Simpson, I really don't think that nigga's that good, bro. Ryan Williams is putting up numbers with Jalen Milroe at quarterback, bro. He's a fucking running back, bro, and he was putting up numbers with Jalen Milroe at quarterback.
Hmm.
Like that's insane. That
Yeah.
that's insane to run in. And then Ty Simpson takes over and Ryan Williams puts up like 500 yards.
Yeah,
That's not okay,
that's
bro.
crazy.
That's not okay.
For sure.
Who is the last quarterback? I want to know
So
who this
for
fifth guy
me,
is.
the last quarterback that I will be covering will be Pete Davidson. I mean Carson Beck
What?
from
Pete Davidson. Oh shit.
from the
Hey,
Miami Hurricanes. If you know,
you
you
mean
know. Take
Sid
a
the
look at him.
Sloth?
Actually, I'm gonna have a picture of him right here just for
He
y'all
does
to see.
look crazy.
He
Hey,
look
hey,
like Pete Davidson.
you mean
Yeah.
Sid the Sloth?
Yo. I watched a lot of his gameplay, but there are 4 games that I watched really closely. I watched him play against Indiana this year. This in 2025. I watched him play against Indiana, Ohio State, Florida State, and SMU. So I watched like his best game, one of his worst games, and then playing against the 2 top defenses statistically that he went up against this year. His season stats were 3,813 yards with a 72% completion rating. He had 30 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Some notes I took on him were that he has great velocity when he throws a football. It seems like it's effortless when he's throwing a deep ball, and it's with like some pretty good accuracy, like from watching him drop some dimes in there.
Like a flick of the wrist kind of thing.
Yeah, it almost seems like he's like not really doing much to get it downfield. Um, it seems like he makes a lot of the right checks, but like on the inverse side of that, sometimes it feels like when he played against Indiana and Ohio State when he's up against like a more stout secondary, it seems like he's forcing some things, which kind of like can go both ways because that's the NFL, right? Like the NFL sometimes is just like a lot of tight window throws.
Yeah, for sure.
One stat that I found that was kind of cool about him is that his average time to throw was 2.38 seconds, which leads the league. Which tells us that he's very decisive with where he goes with the ball. I think that's really
crazy.
respectable.
Yeah, that's a good stat. It's something you want.
As a
He
quarterback,
plays a
that's
lot out
like
of the
one of the
gun.
best. One of the best
Right.
stats you can have as a quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
literally,
sure.
literally.
He plays a lot out of the gun, which I mean, we're talking about college, so I mean, I understand, but it makes me wonder how that's going to translate to the NFL. My comp for him is Jared Goff, and I would say the teams that I could see him going to is two teams. Because I'd mentioned Jared Goff, it's obvious I'm going to mention the Lions. But another team I could see him playing for is, and I guess you can kind of say this is kind of my comp for him too, Brock Purdy and the Niners. He kind of reminds me of I think he's
Mr. Irrelevant.
I think he's a better thrower than Brock Purdy. Like his arm talent is better, not like accuracy or anything like that. I think his arm talent just looks like his motion looks better when throwing the ball. So yeah, those are my teams that I could see Pete Davidson going to.
Said the swap.
And what was his pro comp?
Said the swap.
You said what was my pro comp?
Yeah,
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, he's like he can scramble. I mean, he had when I looked at his rushing yards, it actually it wasn't anything impressive at all.
See, sounds like Jared Goff, bro.
Yeah, 60.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
actually horrible.
Bro.
62 attempts for 43 yards.
Yeah, brother. That
That
sounds
sounds like Jared
exactly like Jared Goff.
Yeah, but I mean, he lights
And
up
he's a
teams like
quarterback,
Ohio
not
State.
a running back.
He's a quarterback.
Right. So like as a gunslinger, he's great. I could see how he'd fall in the draft. I think he's projected to be like between the second and fourth round, and I can see why, because when you look at the year before that in Georgia, I think he led the conference or the division in interceptions, and I think threw a costly one. Also, real quick, watching the championship game, Miami should have won that game if their special teams. I mean, that's outside of the quarterback's control, but like the special teams gave that game away. I thought he played a really brilliant game. The pick at the end was a miscommunication. Like, if you watch it, the quarterback and him weren't on the same page. Who do you blame? Sure, but I think they should have won that game.
And I don't know if I'm getting my games mixed up, but didn't Carson Beck open up with an interception against Indiana? That was a pick six?
Say it again.
I think I'm getting my games mixed up, but did Carson Beck oh no, it wasn't Carson Beck, it was Trinidad Chambliss. My fault.
Yeah, against ODU, I don't think he turned the ball over, did he? No, yeah, he didn't turn the ball. Actually, funny enough, I looked this up too. ODU. I meant to say Ohio State. Ohio State only let up 7 passing touchdowns the entire season. Guess who got him one?
Who?
Carson Beck.
Oh, okay. Man, y'all said your comps for your guys' players, and I like all of your guys' comps. I like if I can ask you guys, like, well, this is your guys' pro comp. I'll start with Brandon, and we can just like go in reverse order. Like, obviously your ceiling is Jared Goff. Who's your floor? Like, who do you think? Like, what's his like? You got your
so it's
ceiling
funny.
up here. Who's your floor?
It's funny you saw that, and I saw a couple of names thrown out there, and one that really rung true, but like I find it really disrespectful. Like, I don't actually believe this, but like Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, McCorkle.
Like you get into the league, you're seeing ghosts, and you're shook. Like you're Mark Sanchez running into your center's ass type shit. Like Mac Jones is my comp for him, but I don't think he's gonna come in that week.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's actually a funny comp because there has been multiple times where even not at Miami, at Georgia,
In
where I
Georgia.
saw him where I kind of saw Carson Beck go like, "Oh my God, what's going on?"
It wasn't like, yeah, if we're going off of what have you done for me lately, I like him. If you look at his body of work, it's inconsistent.
If you don't mind, can you share your floor for Drew Aller?
Yeah, the floor. I didn't even think about that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, let's go with a big oversized Mitch Trubisky, bro.
Ooh, Mitsubishi. Okay.
Big Mitch Trubisky. He's mobile. You know what I'm saying? Again, they have a different size pause, but they're mobile.
Different
That's
size,
crazy.
different
Jesus
size.
Christ.
Um, Sal, what do you think your quarterback floor is?
Well, I mean, when I first said, I was like, oh, Josh Allen, and then Jared Goff, saying right in the middle. But I'm gonna throw out a crazy name here, and you guys, you
Oh,
guys can
don't
hate
piss
me
him
for
off
this.
again.
Q, don't say nothing to me, all right?
I'm
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins. Okay,
interesting.
Nick
Nick
Mullins is
Mullins.
a
The pool.
respectable take. Like that's a career backup, and I mean they make money too.
No, for real. All the quarterbacks not gonna be starters, so
Right. I mean, he's a
um,
strong quarterback too, quarterback three. I mean, yeah.
how do you feel about Ty Simpson, Michael? Who do you think your floor is for him?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even think about this. Um, but like just off the top of my head, I kind of wanted to go with Mac Jones too, but to be like I don't know, I guess a little bit different. I'm low key going in my bag for this. I'm
uh
saying like an
You, bro.
old okay, like but you gotta hear me. You gotta hear me.
Okay.
I like because I used to watch football back in the day too, and kind of reminds me of like a Tony Romo ish type of like you know what I'm saying, like with the quick decision, you know what I'm saying type, but maybe just not as talented. You feel me? I think like
not as talented as
not
Tony Romo.
not to glaze or you know what
God
I'm saying, not
damn, bro.
to like you know what I'm saying. Um,
Damn,
but
bro.
yeah, like I could definitely see some type of comparison there for sure.
Okay.
For the
Yeah,
floor, yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely. Um, to circle back, just since we're talking about floors, um, honestly, y'all are gonna hate me for this.
Okay.
I'm about
Okay.
to make Q mad,
I thought I was about to, but I didn't
but
actually. Q, I think,
I'm about
respects
to
my
make
pick.
Q mad.
Thanks, Q.
My floor like absolute bottom for Fernando is Jamarcus Russell. Because
Wow.
when's the last time the Raiders took a quarterback number one overall?
Pressure's on bro.
Mm.
Damn.
The last time the Raiders took a quarterback number one overall was Jamarcus Russell. I'm not saying there's any comp to him or anything like that, but
Mhm.
when you get put in a bad situation, again, it can happen.
You hear the
Um,
story about the
I
blank practice tapes with Jamarcus
Yeah,
Russell?
the blank practice tapes. So I already know since Fernando's on the virtual reality that ain't happening. So
I
so
don't know. Them niggas get
so
that money, bro. They start switching up, bro. He started seeing them hoes out
mhm.
there, bro.
I never did a stealing or a pro comp. That's great. I never did a stealing or a pro comp, so I'm gonna just go out there and say my stealing and pro comp real quick. I think Kirk Cousins, but with
Them niggas definitely act the
mobility
same too.
upside.
They got that
I
same
think
like
for
golden retriever energy kind of shit.
exactly,
Yeah, for sure.
exactly.
All
I
right.
do not
So
see Discord.
yeah, now that we've covered, this was kind of our first swing at trying to evaluate, you know, like we all watch ball. I mean, we didn't get formal introductions of ourselves, but we've all been invested in sports for a long time, especially football. So this was like our first time of sales, like a little.
What time? I don't know.
I've been
I
watching
don't know.
football
Talking
since.
about size, Q was over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did he say?
No, that's crazy.
Hey yo.
The straight face in the camera. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but this was our first tab at like kind of sitting. I know I seem awkward and trying to like go through evaluations. Like I know what I'm looking at. We just gonna get better with this as we go. So yeah, I had a lot of fun at doing this with you guys. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please consider giving it a like and consider subscribing. Drop a comment. It
thumbs
tells
up.
Give
YouTube,
it
you know,
two
this
thumbs
is
up.
a place you want to be. Also,
punch
we're
the
gonna drop.
subscribe button, yo.
Yeah, smash that
Punch the
mofo. You know what I'm
subscribe
saying?
Like hit it
We're
with
gonna
the
drop
elbow
the Discord
too.
link in the bottom as well. So if you guys would like to tap in and chat with us about sports, gaming, entertainment, you know, all the above, you can join us, join the community. All right, y'all. From Isabella, from Michael, from Denzel, from Q, from myself, Brandon. Thank y'all for tuning in.
It's been real.
I love y'all.
Been real.
Peace
Yes,
out.
sir.
Peace out.